Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles of Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for September 17th. We will be playing Weaver, going from Vengewood into Proving Grounds against Argoloth. Those are a little bit spicy, considering that we have -1 will reserve and enemies deal plus 100% damage. It's going to be interesting to see how we can take Weaver and take care of a Tier 2 Giannis. If we get crit constrict, it'll be easy, but otherwise he doesn't really have that many minions on the field for us to go wide and use something like Stitch in order to deal lots of damage to him. So we're either going to have to get that through our vestiges, or not our vestiges, maybe our vestiges, but we're going to have to somehow explode using our drafted bindings or our vestiges. And maybe our vestiges are going to help because now they drop 2 random vestiges instead of offering a choice. So odds are is that we're going to get at least something serviceable. But that -1 will reserve, again, every time that we get -1 will reserve, it's very hard to make sure to get past the first fights. I think that Paper Tigers is going to help, but Weaver is also a character that struggles a little bit in the early game. Scales of Infinite Potential will at least give us some physical power, maybe some magic power scaling, which helps. Like 6 stats is 6 stats. We got Lion's Share and Verdant Seed. Verdant Seed's kind of nice, gives us max HP. Definitely like that. And Lion's Share, it's something. So immediately the up tier on Critical Constrict makes me a little interested here, because again, that's a very good source of single target. Versus Argoloth, though, we need to find some way to have defense, especially when the tentacles have double damage. So that might honestly be something along the lines of using our Constrict for shielding instead, which is something that we normally don't do on this channel. Going for Potent Stitch for that wide damage is nice, but again, we're going to run into an issue when we come up against Giannis, so we're going to have to fix that later should we choose to do this. And then, of course, Lengthy Threads is almost always good, unless you know for whatever reason that you're going to run into something like Loom, and then it's really not necessary, but still very good. Doubling the area of your attack is kind of nice. So we're basically deciding how we want to live life here. I think, with the way that things look, we probably want Potent Stitch, because I'm trying to think about how we're going to clear the first 2 fights without taking a turn penalty, and admittedly, Critical Constriction's not going to do that. It solves our Giannis problem, potentially, but it certainly doesn't solve the problem we have right now, which is how the heck do we get past all this? I did consider that Tarnished Vault. There are, again, a couple of pretty good common vestiges that drawing to at random feels pretty good, or at least sounds appetizing, but not being able to buy anything throughout the run is kind of a no-go for me. And, of course, we have a Cinder Cultist right away. Should be fine. Can we get all 3 of you guys? Farther Wider would have done this. Yeah, we can't get all 3 of you guys. I will take the 5 damage. These guys can be threaded at once. That'll work. I didn't know what was coming. I'm not familiar with this fight. If I knew it was a bunch of bits, I probably would have taken the orb and blopped them, not taken 5 damage. But especially with Verdant Seed, like, we're gonna fix that breakage somehow. Of these options here, I really don't feel like re-rolling, so it's probably just gonna be Critical Chance. 1 physical power again for single target damage is notable, but we could really make Potent Stitch disgusting. Does that really not? Might have to take a look at that. I was under the assumption that that affected the base damage of that, so that it was the 35 damage for each threaded, so it should be 65 damage for each threaded enemy. Thickened Threads is not to be disrespected. Having 50 damage on a long line is very good at getting rid of, again, those little bits. It's good at dealing with a majority of... God, what am I trying to say here? If we're going up against Lusk, with the little Lusks, it does enough damage to them to where we might be able to actually finish them off with a Constrict, despite the fact that we have, you know, a ton of things threaded. I don't know how we feel if Potent Stitch is going to be our way of clearing things. I don't know how we feel about putting 2 plus 30s. It's nowhere near as good as putting like 3 plus 30s on, like, say, Cryoclasm, especially if it really doesn't add to the base damage and it's just plus 30 at the end, which would be very weird, but there are some cases of skills doing that. I believe they've been fixed because they were bugs. We'll have to check that out. Regardless, we'll have to put in an F8 on whether or not this is not working or if it's just not, you know, it's a visual bug. The tooltip is broken. So if we're not going to put this here, what we might need to do is put this here. Rope friction is also interesting. Adds, if we're using it as utility, we can get stuff like damage versus burning and all other sorts of procs versus burning as well, because, again, burn has a lot of vestige interaction. I think it's going to be thickened threads, though. I could actually just take a look at what our next binding is. I'd be willing to use my reroll here, especially if Smoke Bomb? Smoke Bomb's pretty big because it's stitch that we don't have to, like, thread things for. This can eventually become screen-wide AoE. It can become another a number of options, defensive, offensive. Yeah, I really like Smoke Bomb. We're not going to reroll for Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb has some damn good greens. So I think this is take thickened threads. Okay. We did take money, but I think we need stats instead of Augs. Although, again, we took Smoke Bomb. Yeah, we actually probably want this. And I don't think we're going to spend... -1 cooldown? -1 cooldown. The reason why I would reroll this is because the other one is 8 bleed, which is probably one of the most disgusting greens in the entire game. And that's what we're after. That's our single target right there. And the fact that it's not exclusive too is basically it makes Cleave cry. I really do like that. But also, bringing it down to 3 cooldown is quite significant. And then we can maybe just make this a global nuke damage. Wouldn't be too bad. Just go ahead and kill all of the swarmers. Interesting. I think we are going to reroll here. There's the bleed. There's also critical threads. I'm going to hope that I find that later. Now the question is do we want to go into the RNG zone and take this rare augment here? I don't think that we do. I think we're good without a blue. A blue would be nice though, because that's where our shielding is. And we're going to need that again for Argoloth. So it's honestly a little rough. You know what? Screw it. We'll gamble it. Why not? Hexing Smoke Bomb is very interesting. These are not the ones that we're looking for here, though. I don't think that we want to use Stitch for that. There we go. I'm about that. And now we have to go to a Glyph Globe, but I think that we want to go to a Superior Vault here so that we can get some 2 green vestiges before the fight. Especially since we really can't afford to buy anything at the shop, even if it's a common. I could maybe be convinced if it was cultivated harmonies, because that's the thing that we've like always wanted. Good lord. Bit of ordering issue here. We could have had everything threaded, and we chose not to. This is fine though, we get like a bit of shielding out of this. I'll nuke you with this. But if that was our plan, we should have threaded everything and then use smoke bomb. We're gonna actually get on this edge here. It's gonna look a bit spookums, but you need to trust me that this is gonna work. Because with every action, we can wiggle ever closer to victory. And that's going to give us our shielding. We're going to get rooted. It's a little spiced. We need to try our best actually to take care of these guys, because they're kind of the biggest problem in actuality. That might be, well, we're going to just... See, this is what I mean by, threads, man. Like, just dead. Why are you dead, though? That's a good question. 66. We're not dealing 66. We're not critting. You should not be dead. Hold up. Yeah, that's weird. Actually, I think this is more efficient. I would really prefer to have smoke bomb coming up, but can I get out of your AoE and still hit you down here? Yes, I can. And then this is our single target right now, so we'll go ahead and do that. He's set up to die next turn. We're looking pretty good. Again, like, what's going on? That'll give us a Shattered Will. That doesn't have the large AoE. Okay, this is getting a little spooky. I hit. Just doing some math here. Whew. Okay. Shadow Shroud and Boiling Muck? Hello. Kind of like that. Shadow Shroud's also good. We like stats. Always give me crit chance, I guess. We just have to remember that we need to take a glyph node in the future. Seamless Stitch isn't bad. Makes it so that, well, it's actually possible if Seamless Stitch crits that it will reduce its own cooldown and then we can use it again. Which could be a good single target spike, but that would work against... It would work against Argoloth. Maybe. Huh. think we want access to Seamless Stitch, yeah. And now we just got to make sure that our next dog is like very good. After image, We're going to a glyph node anyways. We can re-roll this. Do we want to re-roll this? It might honestly just be restoration. Cultivate might not be too bad here. I don't know about that. My problem with after image is that, yeah, that lets us crit. But for what purpose? Like, I would rather build crit to crit. What this would do is give us evasive. It could also give us a cost reduction, which is all of our costs are pretty low. If we wanted cost reduction, honestly, Cultivate would be better for that. Cultivate's better at printing will than after images. I'm honestly looking at maybe restoration or a reroll here. I think it might be a reroll. Okay. That's Jinx. I'm all about that. Looking at this for you guys, Poisoned Heart here is interesting. Didn't we get an option to poison on hit? No, we didn't, because they give us random things. This is so weird. Were we given Poison Vapor? Well, if you get Poison Vapor, here you go. That seems like a much better 220 expenditure than buying a random blue. Blue Spine Con, thank you very much. Do I need that here? Maybe. We shouldn't need the Blue Spine Cod for this fight. Let's try and coerce him to one side. I don't know what I expected. Can I get all of you guys? Magic Pixel exists. That'll heavily reduce the damage that we're taking. This will also reduce the damage that we're taking. And then... So how much is this dealing? Hold up. I meant to check this earlier when we didn't have, like, buku damage. Controlled Weaving just gives one will reserve. It's not giving us damage. Now let me math just for a bit. This is 117. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Should you be taking 117? Alright, so this is 35 plus 30 equals 65 times 1.2, right? Should be 78. Ah, yeah. Total 78. Alright, so let's put in that F8 here. Okay. You know what I think this is here? Hold up. Okay. It seems like bosses are being affected by paper tigers, but only the... yeah, what the heck? $117. Let me just calc this one last time. Sorry for all this. 117. Weird. Okay. They're not getting plus damage, though. We get 2 F8s today. Let me just go ahead. That's crazy. I guess Paper Tigers is literally easy mode. You get a free 50% multiplier against bosses. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. I saw the magic pixel. You can't lie to me. Actually, maybe they are gaining it because I'm also dazing them. What is Lusk's? Base damage? I don't even freaking know anymore, man. How much damage is this doing? Like, quite a bit. That could be more. This is turn 2? I believe it's turn 2. This deals more damage, so we'll go ahead and do it. I'm desperately trying to get out of here. Oh, man. No, we're going to take 4. Oh, the bleed damage is why they took damage at the end of the turn. I was like, what the heck is going on? It actually was a bank error in our favor, though, so we'll take it. Oh, of course there's guys over there. Okay. Can we possibly get you 2 without further wider? Doesn't look like it. Let's deal with what we've got to deal with here. getting a little spookum, not gonna lie. Yeah, there's no way they're dealing double damage, because then they wouldn't deal 11. So I think that's correct. These guys, though, are a frickin' problem. This will pretty much solve the day. Okay. We are no longer concerned. I don't know about rope burn. I need it for a quest, but I'd much rather this just deal double damage. So we'll take it for the double damage. Targets all enemies is pretty nice. Critical Stitch might just be the thing that we're actually looking for. We don't have any AoE on it though, unfortunately. AoE would have made this pretty damn good. So is it just Smoke Bomb? Smoke Bomb target all enemies. Next time is Smoke Bomb deal damage. Is that good versus Argoloth? Reduces the damage of all the tentacles. I don't know. I don't know. Critical Stitch should still hit the bottom two tentacles. Can't really just rely on that though. Critical Stitch might have to be the play here. I really don't know. I don't know, guys. Alright, so hopefully since we got our F8s out of the way, we can start cruising now. Hold up, we got some lore. Alright, we might as well take this right away. Bloodthirst Blend is nice. That could get us out of at the end of the game without having to worry about healing. We should probably thread you here. Then get over here, thread these guys. We'll keep that. I'll look at that later to see if that's actually adding. We want to re-roll this for a crit. And re-roll that for a crit. I mean, if I got a crit here, I kind of want to actually get this guy. I really needed you guys to bunch up. Oh no. Okay. That'll kill. This will get close to killing. Can I hit the both of you? I actually can. That might be the move. I think we're going to take a turn penalty here. What else do we got? What else do we got? Because you guys aren't close enough together. And I don't think that you'd be close enough for the AoE of Stitch to bring you together. I think we're overall kind of scuffed. I don't think Blue Spine Cod gives us +1 will this turn. Would that be enough? Oh, hold up. We're going to get a Shattered Will. This might... it might work. Alright, alright. It's gonna work. Oh! Math. Pay attention in school, kids. It might become useful later. Give me more crit chance, please. I'd like to actually use this critical multiplier. Shatter on our Shattering Smoke Bomb seems pretty good, but I think we actually want hexing. Like, Entwine is our single target right now, but I don't know, man. Sturdy Threads is pretty good versus Argoloth. We can't re-roll anymore. We've done enough of that. Preserving Jinx means that we could use this to nuke at the start, but it doesn't do the damage that we need to nuke the start. Might honestly just be Sturdy Threads, to be honest. Because Sturdy Threads is just going to solve Argoloth for us, theoretically speaking, more than any of these other things here. And we can afford to put it there. I wonder what our Ascension is. Be nice. A thread nearby enemies. It does increase the damage by like a heck a ton. Huh. No longer requires us to go wide and thread multiple things. Yeah, I could see Tangle here. I could also see Splice. We'll go ahead, we'll take Tangle. Like, technically, if we have more than, I believe it was 3 things threaded, or three or more threaded, we're technically losing damage by going with Tangle. But it also theoretically saves us a lot just trying to set stuff up. We need to deal damage. We don't need to visit this Carver. We'll visit this Tethered Shrine, get more stats. I've noticed that in dailies, I take a lot more Tethered Shrines than I normally do. Probably because we don't get as many vestiges, so you need those stats from somewhere. I just find that a little odd. I really don't know about giving myself just shielding. Again, though, we can't re-roll here. Maybe it's physical power? Help Smoke Bomb out a little bit? Alright, we should get our quest here. We have the money pot. Do we honestly use our Blue Spine Cod here? I think maybe. Especially with a setup like that. Excuse me? Why y'all gotta be so rude? I think we're taking this damage. That should be fine, though. Are you guys are in the AoE. Gain a little bit of shielding there. Let's reduce some of your damage. Pick this up. Spike you for a bit. 1 damage is fine. Really? It's a little rude, don't you think? Huh. Well, at least we can kind of get you for free here. We also can probably get away with jinxing you, but we can also get away with not jinxing you. I believe these are going to be a couple dummies and some swarmers, so I want you guys to surround me here about. That's pretty close, thank you. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? We got Omic. Omic is interesting on hitting gain stacks of spiked. Honestly, versus Argoloth? Seriously? Huh. We got 7 physical power. Low cooldowns. That's actually wild. I'm about that. Harbingers is just more physical power. Sounds good. Golden Sails, if you have full HP. Meep map. It's a thing. Give me spite damage. I think I want a free constrict. We pretty much want to use this every turn now. Like, we generally use it every turn, but even if we go wide now, which I think we do, we want to use that sucker every turn. Okay, more stats. I think we actually want a binding empowerment. Should also note, though, we're probably not going to make... Oh, that's a good point. If we're probably not going to make money... Breakables can be at a binding empowerment. What I'm basically looking at is another green og. Huh. We really did it this time, huh? I'm going to take the gamble that the binding empowerment is going to be better for us. There's 1 breakable. We got 9. Good lord, no. That's not good. Okay. We can't... Oh, we can reroll. Do we want to reroll a purple? Because otherwise I kind of like critical constrict here. We're just going to go ahead and eat this for this fight. I'm very concerned about money. Even if Giannis drops the maximum amount, which is 50, we're going to be 20 short. Yep. We knew this was going to be a thing, though, when we took the Binding Empowerment. So, can't really complain. I think I'm using this. Get you guys. Thread, Power Orb. Thread. Blap. Then also get you with that for the bleed. There we go. Get out. Perfect positioning, thank you. Thank you. Why didn't the bleed get you? It said it was going to get you. Oh, because we lost our potion at the end of our turn. They really got to fix. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay. I'll tell you what, though, it is nice to get all these F8s in. We're doing our part. Get a good crit there. Keep that orb for next turn. And then we see about how we're going to just nuke this fellow. Might be that. Like... Okay. Alright, alright. Yeah, we're gonna be like 20 short. Grant resistant and evasive. Is that the smoke screen that we want? Or would we prefer to cluster bomb just to hit everything more? Do we have hit screen? We do not have hit screen. I like that more than spun threads. We will guarantee hit screen because all of our other skills are locked down. Sounds good to me. Give me cluster bomb. Because hitting all the tentacles and then bleeding them seems pretty freaking good. If we can somehow guarantee a kill, that's 16 bleed to everything. Can I sack you for money? No? Oh. Thought I'd ask. I think spike damage is actually good for us here. This is a funky little Weaver build. Kind of like... We would have to get max roll. This isn't happening. Yeah. If we had one more container, or just got better quilling RNG, obviously. If we got better quilling RNG, then this would never have happened anyways. But if we got one more container, we would have been able to make the money goal. But what you gonna do? Okay. How am I not technically in this? Not that I'm complaining. Tell you what though, we definitely do lose a lot of damage when we are not threaded one unit. There we go. Lose damage to that shit. We do not want to be in that AoE. Let's get rid of this guy. He's kind of annoying. There should be a sword and a spear. You should be done at the end of our turn. 2 spears. Okay. Is it best to focus one of you guys out? It might be. Okay, that looks like it's best to focus one of you guys out. Alright. Paradigm shift. Special issue stable. Oh, the frostbite thing? Yo, why are these so bad? Is paradigm shift that bad for us, though? I'm trying to think. Paradigm shift might actually be kind of sick. Especially in combination with boiling muck? Huh. Huh. I think it's better for us than golden sails. I haven't done the math on this. Hopefully this isn't terrible. It actually might be terrible now that I think about it. Simply because we're not going to be able to thread anything to entwine and tangle. Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think that that's not good. Alright, alright. Give me physical power, I think. Like, I don't think increasing all of our damage is worth that much. I would love to have Smoke Bomb deal damage. Alright. Man, I wish I had a cheese cards right now. Be able to make that money. So we have money to spend. We can spend 150. Since we're going to lose out anyways. I think Shocking Core Cap is better than Golden Sails. 100%. Otherwise, if we did have... they offered us like 2 elemental threads. That would have been crazy. 10 burn a turn? Alright, let's take our Shocking Core Cap. We don't care to heal, because that's exactly what Bloodthirst is there for. And we're going to miss... Assuming that we can kill Argoloth in time, we're going to miss top score by 300. Let's try not to get bugged out again, huh? Okay. Just start with the bleed, maybe? I don't see why not. Reduce its cooldown by 2. I want to make sure that we're also in range of this orb. Because if we're not, we're in trouble. Yeah, like I said, the bottom tentacles can actually like get hit by baseline. We're gonna get you with the bleed and all that. We kind of kill all your tentacles, which is a huge waste. Probably should have been more careful about that. But it's also our insane, like, yeah, that's our thorns damage right there. Holy lord. Yeah, we just gotta worry about getting shields. It's like our primary concern here. And we should be able to do that with this, orb, this. And that should phase you. Now we're going to have one turn just versus Argoloth. That's kind of a pain, especially because apparently we can't... Like, maybe we'd be able to wiggle? Not really. This is definitely annoying. Reset me. Give me the shielding. Constrict is doing its job. Let's save that for next turn. Really, what are we going to use this on? Like, We tried to get out. Looks like we're not going to need the, It'll be close, though. Or is it? This little guy down here doesn't have a bar, which is a little awkward. I mean, we're fine. Really doesn't matter. All right. Anyways. Yeah. What was our blue that we did that for anyway? Oh, it was one shield on hit. It's kind of hard to say that that threw the run when it was certainly doing work. But yeah. Again, just be careful with spending over 200 quillings. We almost made it back. If we would have found like one quilling vestige, a little bit better RNG, one extra destructible, we would have made it. Otherwise, pretty good, I would say. Doing the the needle weaver pivot was definitely enjoyable, and hopefully the run was entertaining or educational. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, we will catch you guys around.